Welcome to the Broken Dreams edition of the podcast where we
Boulevard.
dive deep into strategy on around competitive golf. We got your boy Zen here, gonna get into some intense
There's no
tournament tonight
intense
or this
tournament.
weekend.
It's literally
The
this is what's gonna
North,
happen.
the North Amateur. So I might become King of the North.
Okay.
We might have the King of the North podcast.
Okay.
next
This is what's
week.
gonna happen. I didn't want to break it down so soon, but I gotta do it now. You're gonna be upset because some like 14-year-old kid's gonna go like 3 under, and you're not even gonna sniff that shit.
I wouldn't be upset. I'd be impressed. And honestly, it's gonna turn into like me golfing with a bunch of 50-year-olds.
How many? Why? Would it's like a
I
old
don't know.
amateur?
I don't know because
Ooh,
I've
city?
played in these types of tournaments back in
Like
Colorado.
it's a USGA
And
event, or like what is it? Do you have like
It's
the
a-
website?
it's a
Show the
Texas
website.
Golf Association event. Yeah, I can show the website. Also,
I heard Scotty Scheffler's gonna be there. He
It might.
played in
This
it
is probably what he
back when
grew up
was,
on.
Like, he
No, I think
played
there's
it when
like
he
a
was like 10, shot like 10 under.
there has to be an age limit. Let's pull this up here.
It's
And I'll show my.
18.
Let's talk about a 75. How about that? I just going off.
This man shoots 75 and then goes and enters into a tournament like immediately. Just,
No, I
like,
didn't.
boom.
I didn't.
You did it before the 75?
I was on waitlist. I was on the waitlist.
Really?
And I was like, oh, this will be cool because there's no cut and it's like 3 rounds. I was like, okay, that should be interesting just to like kind of get the feel of competitive golf, get back into that zone. Because I know I was just trash in high school. I shot like a 76 once during tryouts.
So you're gonna like when's you taking a push cart, or you said your dad's gonna? You should
My
tell
dad's
your
gonna
pops to get a
caddy.
push cart.
Yeah, we have a push cart, and I think I'm about to play there tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, so I got a X Tour caddy. I got a caddy that
You got Duffy's boy.
has
AKA
caddied
your
for
father.
a tour professional.
Okay.
Hey, we're not saying names, but
Over under how many arguments is there gonna be between you and your pops during the
about
round?
golf, 0. About people bothering my dad,
Yeah,
probably
no.
more than 10.
No, about golf.
No, I doubt. I think it's more just like he's gonna be there for the walk.
Can your
type of
dad
thing.
read putts?
Duffy didn't let him read putts, so I mean, it's gonna be.
Honestly, you trust him?
I would maybe get his opinion, but I think he's not.
You need to lay
He's
down
always-
the rules before. You need to be like, all right, look. Just
He's
like-
always
like-
very unsure about reading putts. I don't know. I don't want to lay down rules. I think it's more just like, what the hell? I'm just trying to log into something. Okay, there we go. All right, let's look at my handicap. What do you think my handicap is? You ever look at that?
I don't. Well, I guess I don't have your gin, do I? Yours after the 75, you're probably at. You were already what, like a 6 or a 5?
Yeah.
So you're like a 3.7.
No, it's down to a 4.6 now.
Damn, I was
Um,
within 1 though.
3.7. Yeah, you were within
Oh, I
one.
see it on.
So
here.
the that 75 I shot, the rating at that course is a 74.8. So I was literally playing scratch golf. That's probably what I probably shot my way into the
According to
tournament.
that,
I
but in
probably shot my
reality-
way into the tournament.
No,
Just
there's
like they
no-
probably looked it up and he's
this-
like, "Fuck, this guy's scratch."
They're like, whoa, hold on.
Whoa, scratching? He's just a scratch
They're
golfer.
like, this guy, he's been grinding.
It doesn't
mean,
even look like. Look.
What do you think? But like, what are your expectations going in?
I want to break 80 at least once. That's kind of my thought right now. But really, I guess I kind of want to I just want to outwork everyone, you know? I got limited time to prepare. So it's more of just trying not to have any dumb excuses
Outwork
afterwards.
everyone. This guy. What do you think? It's a golf tournament. You already,
You gotta
so you
work.
want to have the most strokes. Like you're gonna be working hard if you're
You
fucking
see,
hitting the ball.
you're already thinking about the round itself, like the tournament. See, me, I'm thinking about tomorrow. What am I about to do tomorrow?
Oh, I'm already thinking like
You're already
day three,
thinking.
you're
You're already
day
thinking
three,
about
you're
what I'm
not
thinking about.
I'm not playing in it. Day 3, you're gonna be crumbling. Like when's the last time you played 3 rounds of golf in a row and walked each round? Never.
Well, there's carts for one, but two,
Oh, you get carts?
You could, but I kind of like the feeling of walking, so I can just get in the zone.
I'd use a cart.
I don't know because it looks like I think it's a walkable course. I think I might play tomorrow. Get the
Someone's
feel
gonna
of it.
shoot. I bet you winning is like 3-4 under.
I bet it'd be. It might even be more. I think winning score is definitely gonna be under par. Let me try to find this. Texas Championships. All right. So here's what we got going on here. We got where is it? North Amateur. Right here. Thorntree Country Club. These details. Really. So what were you talking about? You just wanted to see the website about the little tournament?
No, you were saying like you didn't really know what.
Oh,
does it show?
So there's like 84 people. I don't know. I'm hoping I can get a yardage book from them. I looked up the yardage book from like.
They'll have them for you.
I hope so.
The Texas Golf they're gonna have like people there.
Yeah, so Texas Golf Association.
And they'll give you like probably like a green sheet and like the green sheets. I never know how to read. They're easy to read. I just like never took time.
I don't think I've ever read one of those before.
It's like it'll be like circles and it'll give you like dimensions off of certain spots. So it kind of helps to know like, and then like certain flags and shit like that.
Yeah, but like honestly,
so
after
you could like get yardages more precise, basically.
Yeah, and really, do I have my yardages dialed in like that? Probably not. So, yeah, this is it. So greens and yardage book. It's like from Draca Link. And
that's just,
they wanted us to buy it.
I mean, you'll probably have to buy it, yeah, for sure. Like,
but on this website, it was like $40. And I was like, I don't want to pay $40 for a freaking.
I think it looks just like an ad, bro.
I know, and it is, and it's like you could get it mailed to you, but I don't have that kind of time.
Yeah, they should have them there.
So, but the course itself is 69.
Use a
I don't know. Finder? That's what I'm
6,900.
See, it's almost 7,000. But look at these holes. It starts off with the 375-yard par 4, goes into a 115-yard par 3. Like, I can't remember the last time I played a 115-yard par 3. Then we got like, these are where I'm going to get my strokes. Like, I have my advantage. Like a 476-yard par 4. Right into a 500-yard par 5. So, like, I'm going to gain strokes on the field on those two holes. Sure.
This guy is like,
it depends on the hole.
Strokes on the field, like he's fucking.
That's how you gotta think
assembling
about
the DFS team right now.
That's how you gotta think about
Scotty. Like he's just like,
hey, I mean,
this is incredible.
You gotta
Shoots
go into it.
175, and then now he's just elite.
Now
Like, this
I'm
guy, like, I'm
now
telling
I'm
you,
breaking
it's gonna be
down.
yeah, like you're gonna like you're breaking par. Like you're gonna go under.
I don't know. After my range session today, I think I screwed something up. I don't know what I was doing. I wasn't very happy with my range session today. I was peering things, but I was also trying to like I didn't like know how the ball was being shaped. It would just go straight and sometimes have a little draw or a little fade. But I was trying to like control it or like
See, the last few rounds, like my irons have been okay. Every now and then, like one will get away, but like my chipping and short and putting, like my short game in general, has been like saving me because like my wedges have or my irons haven't been too bad. To where like I'm going to get it close to the green, right?
mhm.
And then I'm just chipping it pretty close. My chipping's been a lot better. I stopped thinking about like how far do I need it, go back and hit, especially like around the green, like closer to the green. I started just picking targets, hitting it to them.
That's good.
But the problem is I can't get off the tee. Like if I'm getting off the tee, like the other day at Paradise, I shot at 83 and I couldn't get off the tee, bro. Like
Yeah,
I
that's
literally
pretty good. That's like the best
was
round you've
just
shot in a while.
yeah, just hitting fucking low snap hookers. And then my long irons were kind of like
Were you
hurting me, but
pulling
like
it
I was
too?
just yeah. No. It just start straight and then hooks.
Started on your line. I
It's 'cause
had
my hands are
missed
trying
like
to
that.
catch up because I'm not getting through with the hips. And so like
Getting
when
through.
my hands start to catch up, they just come through hella quick. I turn over too. I need to get in the habit of not to turn over basically.
Dude, I don't
I
know what
just need
I
to pull
did,
my fucking hands
but
through.
like I adjusted. I adjusted like my posture a bit, and I kind of just felt like I
Yeah, this
could.
guy's adjusting stuff before game day.
No, this was on Saturday when I was like working on I've been going to physical therapy for my shoulder.
Mhm.
Basically, my
In your
fucking
vagina.
my posture is shit. And yeah, they looked at that too. But
What
but
about my posture has gotten a little better, but my back I do have back pain. My posture's gotten a little better just from losing weight, I think. Like they say that will happen. But I need a new mattress. Like
yeah,
I
bro,
need to get a new
go
mattress.
pick up
Like,
a 40-pound weight and like you were carrying that around with you everywhere you went. And that
oh
was
yeah,
just
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Gone.
Isn't that
Yeah,
crazy?
yeah.
Like those things are heavy. Like those things are pretty heavy. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
so I've been trying to adjust my posture, and when I did that over the golf ball, I felt like I was able to like shallow my swing. I don't know, but I was doing like
Probably.
Tony Finau. I felt like Tony Finau the way I was waggling, like trying to like bring it outside and in. But I really can't explain it. But it just felt better, and I felt like I was just getting more consistent contact. And
Last week when I went to the range, like, I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to the range. It was Friday. I was off. No, it was Thursday, I think. I went Thursday or Friday. And I played Friday. And I literally like, dude, I was getting so fucking pissed with the driver. Cause I was starting to like hit some good, right? I was hitting some straight. But then it just slowly started coming back to that low snap hook. And like I was just like, all right. And so I started just like half swinging with the driver. Just like opening my stance and just half swinging and just like poking these. And I was just like getting so fucking pissed. Like I was like, you know what? You don't even fucking deserve to go full swing right now because it's an embarrassment. It just doesn't make any sense.
dude, I had a couple missed like at the beginning of the round, like I hit one good, and then I kind of pulled one, and then the next shot or the next drive, I pushed it way right, but I kind of got lucky that I had some sort of shot, and I was like, fuck, like I don't know, I felt like I was just kind of like not committing to the shot, kind of. So like my only two swing thoughts, and I was just keeping these two swing thoughts the whole time. It was just like trust yourself and use your body. That's all I was thinking about,
Yeah.
and it worked. And now it's just like there's a part of me that doesn't want to lose it, but at the same time, you have to like still work on other things and get better. You can't just sit there and just only think that and not, still try to improve. And that's what I'm kind of pissed about my range session today. Is I just started tweaking shit that just randomly. I was like, I'm gonna try to hit a draw, and I didn't really know what was happening. I started like hitting it. I was like topping the ball and hitting it super thin, and I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, then I started going back to my posture, and I was like, okay, let's just try to work on our posture. And then I look at these.
So what days it start? Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Yeah.
So Friday, Saturday.
So Friday it starts 8:33 tea time. We're going off kind of early. I mean, I'm anticipating going off pretty late on Sunday, but that's just how it.
This guy. I mean, you never know. You could get hot,
but
right?
that's how it is, though. So the first 2 rounds I already have set up, but on Sunday they're gonna pair you based off of like your scores.
On Sunday, Saturday, you just play wherever.
Yeah, so Saturday I basically tee off at.
Oh yeah, I wanted to see. We wanted to look at like, is there an age group?
Oh yeah, so the age group. Let's go back here. So competition policies. All it really says is, you have to have a 8.4 handicap or below. Limited to 84 players. Entries are open to male amateur golfers residing in the North Texas region with a certified handicap. So that's really all it says. You can't use obscene language. You can't be consuming controlled substances.
That sucks. I'm really there was like, they said that nationwide guys would do that. They were just like, some dude said, it was like some interview. He's like, oh yeah, guys will just go into the outhouse and like rip a bowl.
Yeah, you're telling me that. Like performance enhancing
DJ's
drugs.
been busted for lines for. I don't think weed's a PED for
golf. Like, have you you've golfed high before? The feel that you have is ungodly.
No,
like God doesn't have that
golf
type
high
of feel.
every time I play.
I know, that's why your short game is money.
Every time.
So you're talking about that short game.
That's why I play like a dick every time.
Yeah.
Because I drink too. But no, I need to go to the range this week. I probably will. I'm just gonna keep hitting drivers.
Yep, I hit a driver.
Drivers, and then like I fucking, because it's always off mats normally. So like, I bought those like different height tees that go into the mat, and in that hole in the mat, and then I was at the range and there was one in there and it was like a good height. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to fucking take this one. Because all the other ones I had weren't that height. I was like, what the fuck? Like, how do I not have this one? It's like a 8-pack and it gives you like a bunch of different lengths of tees. So you could go really low with one and it'll be like for fucking 3 woods or some shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just going to hit driver again. I'm at the point where like, if I just like, can hit, granted, and like putter can be on or off, right? That could happen. But like, granted, like if I can just get into the fairways most of the time, like I'm gonna like we'll probably shoot 70s. Like there's no way.
Wop's calling his shot.
Yeah, but that's a big if. I just need to be you need to be solid off the tee. You have to be.
There's you do. That's why I was just
like, I could scramble, but then like you don't get birdie ops. Scrambling for par, bogey.
Yeah. That was another thing with the range. If you just sit and hit driver, after like 30 driver shots, you start getting a little bit tired.
Oh yeah, you get dog tired.
And so
then your swing starts getting lackluster. That for sure.
But you start thinking about different things, and I think going through that like progression of what happens and how you adjust, I think that's good for the next time you go. And it kind of like, once you start hitting good shots, you can kind of just get in their groove.
Yeah, there's been times where like I go and like I can't hit it like last time, and then like I'll go the next time I go, like I'm just piping it. I'm like, okay, what the fuck am I doing?
That's how I was after not golfing. I didn't practice once last week. And then I fucking just go out and shoot 75. Like, it almost like, should I just not practice? I think it was a little bit of a rest. and a little bit of like you're probably right. I probably do overthink a little bit on the course, especially after hitting a million range balls throughout the week.
Yeah, you're training yourself to get used to just thinking of a swing thought the whole time.
I guess, but I mean at the same time, I still try to go some shots like, okay, I'm just not gonna think about anything. Let's see what happens. But then
I
it's like you also need to be working on things, or else why are you out there?
I yeah, I'm playing Cash Creek again in like a couple weeks, but it's not gonna be. I'm playing with like for my uncle birthday.
Okay. I'll be out there. I'll be out there
He's
with my trophy.
he's turning like 70, I think. No, 65 maybe. But yeah, so like they're not gonna play tips, obviously. Like they'll probably play the whites.
Yeah.
And that course from the tips is like it's a monster. It was like 7,300 or something like that. One of the
Yeah,
par
I
threes is
mean,
like 260 yards.
Jesus, yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's a 3-wood for me.
I stuck it on with a 3-iron once.
Ooh, nice.
And it
Is it
was
a
like
pretty big green?
fairly big, yeah.
I mean, if you pure 3-iron,
Like you could land left and right, so it's like it's fairly safe. Like if you just have that distance,
Dude.
there is a trap on the right side of the green. But
Yeah, and that's why I think also I'm shooting super low. I'm going super low at these courses just because I've been playing the same course like every day, like every time I play. It's that Redbud because Scissortail has been under construction. It was Scissortail is the second course we played. Redbud was the first, kind of more open and easier.
yeah.
And I just kind of you start developing, you start knowing where to put it. You're like, you see that
Oh yeah.
bunker?
Course
Okay.
familiarity is huge.
I'm gonna go. It's easier to approach this green from the left hand side versus the right, so you kind of know to aim down that side. Not saying I always hit it where I aim, but that's why I think it'll probably be important to just go to the course and hopefully I'll be able to walk on.
Probably will. What time are you gonna go in the morning?
Yeah, I'll probably try to leave here at like 6. It's like a 45-minute drive.
Mm.
Like driving to freaking Windstar. And it's like deep. It's deep,
Damn,
deep Dallas.
You need the vape pen right now to go get in the zone when you're out there. You'll be breaking the rules though.
Be breaking the rules. Oh yeah. Can't be doing that. Yeah, so I don't see any age
Wait,
limit, so you're right.
What's
Probably
your tee time?
8:33.
AM? Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine 8:33 p.m.
And
Yeah, that's like a good tee time. Well, I wonder how the pace of play is going to be.
that's what I'm wondering too. But there's like 84 players. We're going off on
So
2 different tees. And I'm let's see what tee time I'm at.
How is it, 4 sums or 2 sums? 3 sums?
Good question. I think it's 3. Yeah, 3 sums.
Yeah, so they do.
I'm
they
like
do a
the
Fairfield Open.
You gonna play in that? You gotta be.
I gotta be
put in the work.
Got to be cool.
You gotta put in the work, bro.
I've thought of it, but it's just I wanted to do it like 2 years ago when I was probably playing better golf, and I was unemployed at the time. I thought about entering it. It's always around like August, but like, dude, the guy, it's always some kid who wins it, and they go like 4 or 5 under. You play both courses. It's 2 days. You play Paradise and you play Rancho.
4, 5,
You
6.
walk.
I'm like the 8th group off.
Yeah.
But so you have to walk.
Yeah, that's what I heard is you have to walk, but you can take a push cart, so it's not too big.
Oh yeah, push carts.
Sure, some people would have caddies, but
yeah, I don't even know. Like I'm like, Dad, just make sure this towel stays wet, please. I don't know.
That's yeah.
It's like I'll just toss him the ball on the
You're gonna
green.
you'll be like, give me the trail mix. I need some trail mix.
Toss him the ball on the green. I'll be like,
stop.
when I say,
Oh my
that's
God.
like the classic
You-
thing. That's
how
what
are
you
gonna
gotta
bring
do.
a caddy when you're gonna take a cart?
I'm gonna freaking toss it across the green. Like, you better catch this, or we're
How are
gonna
you
slow down.
how are you gonna get a caddy when you're literally gonna be in a cart?
Push cart. I mean, he's good. I think we're just gonna walk.
Really?
I might ride tomorrow just to see how the walk could be. But yeah, if I'm the eighth group off, we're threesomes, so I mean maybe pace of play is decent, and everyone has a allegedly below an 8 handicap, which I mean you have an 8 handicap, so what does that
No,
even say?
I'm at 9. Okay, what does that even say? But everyone always says I sandbag.
I could see that. Because what you shot that 78 once. That's probably like the differential on that was probably like a 3 or 4.
Yeah, but I've only ever shot a 73 times. One of the courses was like ridiculously easy.
This course, we can pull up
Like it was like 5,000 something yards.
Ooh, nice.
But I was just dropping it on the flag all day. Shot 75.
I need to refresh again on the rules. Man-made obstructions, objects.
Yeah, we better tell your dad to get a little rule book.
I got a
They
rule
probably
book.
have those there too. They'll have rules people out there, but they're not. I mean,
Might have to stop play. Be like,
so that's what it is. You gotta be below an 8 handicap.
fuck, man. You know, now I'm like thinking about provisionals and stuff. Like,
You know,
fuck,
Ian
I'm gonna
Poulter became a pro at like a 4 handicap.
I know. I was thinking about that the other. After I saw my handicap, I was like, man,
Wait, what do you have? 4.6?
4.6.
Yeah, you're like reverse sandbagging, so you're probably really like a 6.
I'm not reverse sandbagging. I'm like, it's probably
I mean,
might not be low enough. I need to get some more volume to really get that
Okay.
lower.
Low enough.
You gotta.
Let's wind back to a couple months ago when by 5 strokes I won. That's the last time you played. What, 3 days in a row?
You
2
beat
days in
me
a row. How
on
many
a
days
back.
you play?
You beat me on a back 9 by 5 strokes,
For the win, baby.
and like we were.
There was
playing,
a clutch birdie in there too.
We were
There
playing
was a Tony
skins.
Finau shot in there. That
we
was
were
lost.
playing skins with carryovers. We tie,
Okay.
and we never said anything about total score even mattering.
Well, in an event of a tie, you got to bring up something, right? So there you go.
Okay, like I'll give it to you. I mean, we both played like crap, but you just played a little bit better than me.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was the last time I played 3 days in a row. And
One of those days
it's
was
weird.
36.
It's probably good we did that because like your thought process kind of evolves from the first tee on the first day to the first tee on the second day, you know? As you start
You
thinking
start
about
like
your swing,
then
you're
the
like,
third day,
man.
you're like, fuck, we're with these 2 old guys that are 100 yards ahead of us. They're on the fucking. They're 5 tees ahead.
I
of us.
wonder
Just
what the
whistling drives by their head.
I wonder what the vibe's gonna be like.
Oh, someone's
'Cause,
gonna call some rule on you. They're gonna be like, "What the fuck are you?"
You teed off in front.
That's OB. Yeah, that's.
I'm gonna be
a
like
fucked one.
hitting provisionals every time because I'll
I'd
be
be
like,
hitting my friends with
it'll
that.
roll in the rough, and I'll be like, I don't know if I can find that. I have to hit a provisional.
I'd be hitting my friends with that and be fucking with them. They're like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah,
Bro.
it's a 2-stroke penalty, bro."
I wonder what that rule is.
You can't tee up in front. You could tee as far back as you want.
No, like, cause you remember how you were saying like the out at the like lost ball rule where you can just drop, but then you're like lying. You're hitting.
You gotta look that up. I would look up Texas.
I'm looking at the rules right now.
It's like NCGA.
Out of bounds defined by a ball that crosses any road. Defined by out of bounds. Abnormal course conditions. Yeah, I think that's like something you have to read in the USGA rule book. Because like It says USGA. I don't know. I I hate that part of the game. You know the rules.
Oh, let's see. There's also an.
Are you trying to read the stream? I can try to zoom in.
Yeah, it's not. I don't know, but I feel like I've seen them do it on the PGA Tour this year, haven't you? Like, I feel like Kepka's done it.
I feel like I watched Matt Fitzpatrick go back and
Yeah, yeah. I think they have the choice now, though. There are only if okay, so if you hit your ball out of bounds or lose it, you have 3 minutes to search for your ball before it becomes lost. Your only option is to go back to the spot of your previous stroke to play under stroke and distance. There are only a few exceptions to this when it is known or virtually certain what happened to your ball. There is also an optional local rule which provides an alternative to stroke and distance relief when it is in effect. This local rule is recommended for casual play and not for competitions involving high skilled players. So you could use it then. If it is in effect,
no, like this is okay. Okay, think
for
about
two penalty strokes. Listen, if it is in effect for 2 penalty strokes, you can estimate the spot where your ball is lost or went out of bounds. What? What is it? What is that? Ice cream? Very good.
got some keto cream.
Thank you. Keto cream.
Keto cream, nice.
If it is in effect for 2 penalty strokes, you can estimate the spot where your ball is lost or went out of bounds, and then find the nearest fairway edge that is not nearer the hole than the estimated spot. You can drop a ball in the fairway within 2 club lengths of that fairway edge point, or anywhere between there and the estimated spot where your ball is lost or went out of bounds.
You said that's not for highly skilled players, though.
Yeah, so you could use it.
No, like think about the whole golf population and how many people are below a 5 handicap. It's like 1%. I'm in the 1%.
No,
You're gonna fact check me. I follow.
No, I've looked it up before.
Oh,
but it's like I don't know how.
I want to see the bell curve, bro. I want to see that bell curve.
Just 60,000, 50 to 60,000.
What?
Or 50,000 for like a 4.
50,000? That's how many people have a 4 handicap? Out of millions.
Handicap index distribution, USGA.
All right, I want to see that. Is that what you typed in?
Most common, or the average handicap for men is 14.2.
All right, here's the bell curve. And you guys know why this is called a bell curve? Because it looks like a little bell.
It says 2% of total men. From 4
I
to
see what you mean.
4.9.
4 to 4.9. Yeah, because the majority.
I'm in 9 to 9. I'm basically, it's 8. It's 4.4.
Yeah, so I'm in the top 2%. I'm sorry. I said 1. I really meant 2. And this is of people that keep handicaps. If people didn't keep handicaps, I'm like a 1%er. Nonetheless, yeah, it's the worst feeling in golf having to freaking hit a provisional. Even just saying it, I'm like, man, brings back bad memories.
Just go straight to the edge of.
Yeah, that would definitely be better, but I'm pretty sure you got to hit provisionals. That's how I'm going to play. Gotta go look for it, hit a provisional, get on with your life. Hopefully everything goes smoothly. Don't run into that, but I hope this course is open. I wonder what its rating is. I wasn't able to really find any like scorecard online or anything like that.
Just look it up in the fucking USGA app.
Yeah, let's see. I'll Google it.
Damn, Giants just stole that.
Ooh. All right. So it's about as tough as courses that I've been playing. 74.9 is
only
the rating.
6,900.
Yeah. Well, it looks like this is like
elevation or
7,000.
a lot of like dog legs. Probably a lot of dog legs.
I don't know.
It's not a map.
It says it's private, but
It's kinda
I
clean.
definitely
Greens are probably pure.
well, no, I definitely just looked it up online and it showed like a tee time tomorrow at 7:50 for $40 if you walked.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was like for the public, so I doubt this is private. But it is the course, so I don't know why it's saying private, or I'm about to have some issues tomorrow when I try to drive up there and be like, "Yeah, I'm in the amateur." What do I think I have to say? And I think if I say that, I can get a $35 round.
Probably, but it's probably like only one.
Yep, just one round. But I only plan on playing one. My plan is, well, originally my plan was before I got notified I'll be playing it, I was like, man, I got to work on my short game tomorrow because I just hit a bunch of drivers today. But I don't know. What do you think? Should I just go work on my short game? Just work on my short game tomorrow. Then I don't like. Then I play 4 days in a row. That's what I'm not sure. Like, but playing is super easy.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I would go feel the greens.
that was really my plan. Like, even if I just went there tomorrow and just putted on their greens, that would definitely help too.
For your practice round?
Well, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'd go play, and I wouldn't even take score. I would just like hit your drive, hit your ball, and if you have like time and it's not too busy, people behind you, I would drop one or two balls around the green, 2 or 3, and chip and do different putts. Maybe drop some in the bunker. But I would definitely chip out of like the rough, chip out of tight lies there, and then and then just take note of which greens, where to keep your ball, uphill putts, where to keep your ball below the hole. I would take note of that. Take note of the greens. Take note of how you're hitting out of each lie around the green, because you're going to be around the green, right? You're going to be, if you don't hit the green, you're going to be chipping, and that's going to be probably 50 to 60% of the time. So you go do that, and then just make note. You need to make mental notes, photos, notes. You could literally write it down. Pros do that all the time. I would write down where you want to have the ball on the green, or just like general shape of the green. Be like, if it's a 2-tier, be like, oh, this has 2 tiers. It's a white flag today. I gotta stay bottom tier. Shit like that.
Yeah, that's definitely a good point. I'll try to do that. See if that helps. Like, just break.
Yeah, you might be playing with people.
Yeah,
it'll be hard.
It's gonna be hard to like go and chip out of every lie. But no, that's a good point, because I know at courses
you got 18 holes to do it.
Yeah, at courses I play, I know when
how the ball's rough. Gonna pop out.
Well, I know on like thick. Where the rough is gonna be thick versus where it's not too bad. You know what I mean? There's like certain holes that'll stick out, and I'm like, I remember this hole. If you're in the rough, like, you're just fucked.
No, at Rancho, like, I know like which fairways, what part of certain fairways are just hella soft. Like certain fairways, like in certain areas, are just soft as fuck.
Yeah, it's definitely helpful to know the course, especially the greens, and knowing where to miss. And like,
yeah, I mean, just try to remember the general flow of the green.
Right, because I've gotten really used to WinStars greens, and they're actually kind of interesting in the fact that like they're super firm, but they're slow. I don't know how they do it. But like when I chip, I
Yeah.
have to like be conscious of like don't hit it too hard. But when I putt, I'm like, all right, I really have to hit it. It's
Yeah.
very odd. I don't know how that works. Nonetheless, it's how it is what it is. Um, gotta learn those greens, and I don't want to go there and just like show up on Friday and be like, yeah, I shot bad today because I didn't know the course. You know, you don't want to pull that card.
Yeah. No, exactly. I mean, and you'll have 3 days. Like, you're gonna see it.
I'm
for 3
already
days.
psyching myself out. I'm like, man, how am I gonna fuck this up? Is it gonna be me not knowing it?
You're like,
Am I
there's
gonna
no
blame
cut.
my-
I'm like, damn, you're gonna be at the top of the bottom of the leaderboard because there was no cut. You're gonna pull a Justin Thomas out there.
Whoa. Just because
Whoa.
my footwork looks exactly like Justin Thomas doesn't mean anything. You know?
You can't. Yeah, see, I told you, you're already just said you're psyching yourself out. You can't do that.
I
You
know.
need to accept right now. This is what there's a few things you need to accept. One, you're just gonna go play golf. It's at a course. You play golf every week. Doing it since you're a kid. Duffy's on your back. Two, you need to just accept the fact. Be like, look, hey, you're gonna go in there. You're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be fun, a little competitive, and that a 13-year-old kid is gonna go under par and beat you. You just need to accept that. That's going to happen.
Yeah, it's definitely likely. Definitely likely that that's gonna happen.
Bro, like we played with that 10-year-old kid, and he was like, or no, he had to been like, he was young. And then we played with, there was like an 18-year-old kid out of Paradise, and he like shot 1 under. Like some of these kids are just good.
Yeah.
It's like, imagine if I just didn't play basketball my whole life and I played golf like I played basketball as a kid. I mean, literally, I used to just shoot hoops in the front yard. I mean, granted, you can't.
There's a lot more. I used to just chip in my
Can't just go to
backyard
the
as a
range.
kid. I would go back there and like what I would do is I get a hose and put it into a circle and like put it like in the back part of my lawn and just try to chip balls into it.
There, and that's
Like,
how
for
Phil
hours.
Mickelson was born.
And what spawned out of that was Corn Fairy Coleman.
Corn Fairy
Hello,
Coleman.
I'm gonna come on the pod next week and be like, "Hello, world."
Hello, world. Yeah, right. They're gonna be like,
They're gonna like
need you to delete
they're
that
gonna-
pod before.
they're gonna see like, hey, we actually looked at your pods and before you get on tour, you're already canceled, so you can't even join.
It's over. All right.
No sponsors. I just don't get any sponsorship deals. One of these pods just go viral.
You're gonna
you
be like
freaking-
Shane Gillis, bro. That's what happened to Shane Gillis.
A pod went viral.
Yeah.
Just a random
how
one he's
he-
doing with his buddy.
Yeah, that's what happened. He got hired. No one knew who he was. He was doing like just local, like comedy joints. And he got hired by SNL. Like somehow his agent got him, and then he was like, "Nah, I don't even want to try out," because like he said, normally it's like a long ass thing, and then they saw some bit by him, and he got asked to just go to the main stage audition for SNL. And he did stand up, and he was like, he said his agent was like, don't look at him, don't acknowledge them. Like he was doing on that. He's like, they do the auditions on the main stage of SNL, and like he said, there's like going to be a panel, and he's like, they're not going to laugh. Just keep doing your bit, And he's like, he did his first joke, and they were all laughing. So he was just like, what the fuck, And then after that, they're like, yeah, we want you. And then he said originally they wanted him to be a writer, but then he's like, I don't really want to do, I'd rather be on the cast. And so they put him on the cast. And then he's like, 3 hours after the announcement, they found some old podcasts. Like he said, he talked to the head of SNL, I forget his name, like Lorne Michaels or whatever, and was like, all right, is there anything Instagram, blah, 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 like your Facebook? He's like, oh, I'll just delete them all. He's like, I don't give a shit about any of that. I'll just delete them. He's like, I have a podcast where I say gay and retard a lot. And he's like, oh, it's fine. And then I guess he somehow, like 3 hours after they announced he's a new cast member of SNL, fucking they went on his podcast and like it was like he's like it was like the only podcast they ever filmed. And like within the first 3 minutes, he just said some like racist ass like Asian shit like to Asians. But it's like, he was just doing like comedy. Like he's like, so I don't really think that, like obviously.
Uh-huh.
And like all these articles came out, and he basically like after like 4 days, were like, yeah, we gotta fire you. But then I mean, he blew up because of it.
Yeah, and then I mean, once you're able to,
You should watch his first pod he did with Rogan.
Okay.
Probably like 2 years ago.
Is it funny?
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Dude, that's like the early pods.
That's how he
like,
blew up.
The early pods with Tom Segura were like hilarious.
Yeah, but those are like, I mean, he's known.
This is like 10.
Time.
I know this is like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Like one of the first times.
Oh, those like old ones with like Joey Diaz too.
Oh,
like,
those
anything
were the best.
With Joey Diaz or like,
I mean, he's still
my buddy went and saw him live.
That's one of the things I want to do.
He saw Joey Diaz. We should have did went to Austin. Just went to the fucking mothership.
Went to the mothership. Yeah, that would have been sick.
That'd be kind of lit, huh?
I've been wanting to go there, and there's like a poker room there too that I want to go to.
Is there really?
Mm-hmm. Like a card house. So that's something I want to do. Like go there for a weekend, play poker one night, go see comedy another night. But like Rogan only does his bits during the week, he says, and then like on the weekend he just chills.
You can't bring your phone in.
I guess not.
They take your phone.
Yeah, that's one of the things he says he does, just because, or else people are just always on their phone.
Well, and because they like don't want somebody like recording their shit and like making them go viral,
Oh, that makes sense too.
Because they're part of it.
Yeah, because then like you can't do it on your special because
you're gonna be canceled. No, or it's just like people like try to like record part of a bit and be like, "Look what he said." He's saying,
"Oh yeah,
shit," and like they try to cancel people. I feel like it's less. Cancel culture is slowly dying. At least I hope it is.
I think.
I mean, it got bad for a while.
And no, you're
get
right.
It. I get it. Like if somebody like raped or molested somebody, like okay, like okay, you could kind of cancel them, right? Like
yeah,
probably not good. But like if somebody just said like gay or like said racist joke shit, like and it's a joke.
It's like obviously a joke, yeah. It did get kind of ridiculous.
I love racist jokes.
And I think it was a product of just Trump being president during that time. I think that's kind of the time you were referring
to. On edge from
it's just like Trump is going so far right that the only way you can combat that is just go all the way left. And like everyone was just so divided. Just, like,
tweet out just like China. Like that's all you
Bro, like it was a funny time. It was a funny time when he was president.
Yeah.
You'd be like,
it was.
I guess he got like indicted on something.
Bro.
I saw that in the news.
Yeah, it's January 6th shit.
He literally organized. Man. He said he won the election and to come to Washington so they can fight for freedom because it was rigged. Yeah, he incited a riot.
Yeah, that's wild.
Because he lost an election. Isn't that nuts?
It's wild.
Allegedly incited a riot. I don't really know the ins and outs. All I know is
I heard
he had a Twitter before
on January 6th.
I heard he had a Twitter account before that happened, but didn't have one afterwards.
No, I think they got rid of it before that, didn't they? Or no?
I think it had to do with the January 6th stuff. Because that's how he was getting people.
I wonder, maybe. I mean, I feel like it was sooner or before that, though.
Let me Google it. This just turned into a political podcast. I'm just going to Google Trump's January 6th tweets. Or X's, as you call them now.
Yeah, are they not called tweets anymore?
They're called X's. No, I don't know what they're called. Trump's wild tweet through January 6th Capitol rioters. And is it NPR a decent website? I think it is. So here's his tweet. He says, Peter Navarro releases 36-page report alleging election fraud, more than sufficient to swing victory to Trump. A great report by Peter. Statistically impossible to have lost the 2020 election. Big protest in D.C. on January 6th. Be there, be wild. He said, be there, will be wild.
Yeah.
Explanation.
And then like, no, he literally like did it like his shit like right over there. He spoke that day. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
President Trump's tweet
He just
drew
like
tens
you just can't
of
be
thousands
that
of
much
Americans
of an asshole, you know.
to Washington. That would be transformed on January 6th into a violent mob.
Like you just can't be that big of an asshole and get away with it for that long.
And then now there's reports of like feds being in that riot and inciting people, and it's fucking a mess. It's like I've been watching Joe Rogan more recently, and it's kind of crazy to think about like the intelligence. You know, like the intelligence. I'm not sure. I mean, like
they just said there's aliens, bro.
The intelligence group for the U.S. and how like they can just do whatever the fuck they want just to get information, and they're just so secretive about it. That's what's like very conspiratorial.
What's those the LSD shit they did in like San Francisco,
like with Charles Manson and shit?
Yeah,
bro, like I think the intelligence committee can just do whatevs and just say like, hey, it's for national security. It's fine. It's for this. Cool. If they can like justify it in a reasonable way, like and it's supposed to like, I think it's like if they can justify it and then it benefits America in any way, allegedly that they could just do whatever. I don't know what they're doing, who they are. Just my thoughts that it's the deep state. I think that's kind of what they refer to, the conspiracy theorist, or is the deep state something else? I don't know. Think about it too much, but
like, yeah, let's not get too deep into it.
Let's all right. So we got a golf tournament.
Well, okay. Can we talk about something relevant, like
relevant,
August,
rather than
like there's football coming up.
Football. I mean, Saquon Barkley got a 1-year deal, so good for him. I don't know what's happening with Josh Jacobs. Yeah. I don't know what's happening with Jonathan Taylor. He's saying he wants to get traded, but they're just going to keep him because no one's gonna. I guess their Colts are saying he's worth more to them to stay there versus him getting traded.
Did you see what like Jim Irsay said?
No. What do you say?
Apparently, Jonathan Taylor was like they had a meeting with Jim Irsay, the Colts owner, and like immediately after the meeting, he asked for a trade, and then like Jim Irsay is like, no, he's like, I'm not trading him. Jim Irsay, he said something. He's like, I could die tomorrow. Jonathan Taylor could be out of the league. NFL will go on. This is what they do. The NFL just goes on. It's a privilege to play in the NFL. All this, like that's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, I don't know. Has Jonathan Taylor has he reported to camp?
I don't.
Basically, I don't know. I would stay away from Jonathan Taylor.
Colts, I saw.
Although some people are high up on the Colts, they hire that quarterback they drafted.
Oh yeah, the quarterback
from Florida.
I just think he's going to be in a terrible spot with like, yeah, they have Jonathan Taylor, but they don't have a wide receiver core. They don't really have a very. Actually, their defense might have been decent.
Garcon.
Yeah, who knows? And you never really know how defenses are going to show up. Like, are the Texans just going to have a sick defense because they have that coach? Maybe. Like all it takes.
Well, the thing, their
to-
offense is these younger players. I mean, they do have like Brandon Cooks, I think.
Brandon Cooks got traded.
Cooks or Robert Woods.
They have Woods. I think Cooks got. Woods. I think Cooks got traded.
Is he even in the league anymore?
He has to be. Brandon, where did Brandon Cooks?
But this Anthony Richardson guy, they're like high up on him. I mean, they're saying upside like this right here. Outlook.
Are we still talking about the Colts quarterback?
Yeah, because I mean, this is like
how
you get
Cooks is
sort of
okay. Go.
Some sort of like rant because he's not going to get drafted high probably, and like anyone that runs, like he's going to be running quarterback. Like look at Fields last year.
Right. Fields Wait, what school did he go to?
Florida.
Florida quarterback.
Richardson's upside as a season-long fantasy asset hinges on how many games he starts.
Was he drafted in the first round?
Gardner Minshew, yeah. Gardner Minshew, who worked with Steichen in Philly, is familiar with the offense and can serve as a stopgap. Yeah, Christian plays says rushing upside alone could put him in the conversation of the loaded QB1. Yeah, so basically, is he going to play?
So Cooks is on the Cowboys.
4.340 dash at 6'4". He's 244 pounds. The most athletic quarterback to ever grace the position.
Whatever. What are you on Colts.com or what?
Elite speed is paired with a rocket arm. It's just I kind of get Justin Fields vibes. I mean, Justin Fields.
Okay. That's a good segue. But first, let's clear this up. Brandon Cooks is on the Cowboys. He got traded to the Cowboys in the offseason. But Justin Fields. I saw an interview with him and DJ Moore, just like bullshitting on like an interview or something. It made me think like, if they have a connection, you got to get those
DJ
Fields.
Moore had the lowest drop rate.
Fields DJ Moore stacks.
Targets. So like he's just exactly.
And you're just gonna have to.
I don't think DJ Moore is gonna go that high.
But I don't think so either. But I think he'd be he'd be a good fantasy pick. But if like you see him falling, I don't know which round.
But so basically, like I need to do some mock drafts. I never really do them. I think I said it too. Like I don't like to do them, but I was doing one earlier and it was actually kind of accurate. And so like third round. I mean, Mahomes, Hurts, Allen were pretty much going. I think Mahomes will go second. I had 9th pick. I took Kelsey, and I was ready to take Mahomes with that second pick.
I'm
not sure who I took.
But why didn't you take? I did that.
They'll
like
send you the
years
results,
ago. So I regretted it.
Like, imagine if you had Kelsey and.
I tried to do that. I'm telling you, I did that one year.
I took Henry, and I was going to try to get him in the third round, I think. I went Kelsey, Derrick Henry, because I figure, like, after that, you don't really have a running back, bro. Damn, I had Alexander. So then I was, like, looking on it, and the sound was down, and so it just auto-picked me Chris Olave in the third round, which some people are really high on him. Like,
it's Olave.
And then in the fourth round, I got Josh Allen. Whoa.
Ooh. Fourth round,
Kelsey,
QB.
Henry, Olave, Josh Allen.
I would have gotten somebody else instead of Olave. It's Olave.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Olave. Depending on.
And then Alexander Madison was auto. All these were auto picked.
So I pride myself in the type of wide receivers I can pick late in drafts. That's kind of what won me at last year. Was just like I picked up. Waddle super late. It was like Waddle and
12th round. It auto picked me Anthony Richardson.
I don't know who that is.
That's the Colts quarterback we were just talking about.
Nice.
This team's pretty ass. So
what was I saying? Man, you just randomly throw me off my thought process when I was going deep. Oh yeah, I was talking about.
It wasn't gonna be anything good, but yeah.
I was talking about the two. I got Arminwa, the Sun God himself, and Waddle last year, and I got him pretty late. And I also got Cordell Patterson super late too, and that was a sick pickup.
Amon-Ra.
Actually, I'm not sure how late.
Early in my draft.
No,
last
this
year.
is this was last year, when I won. But yeah, he's gonna go pretty early this year. I think DJ Moore
No, he
is
went
gonna
pretty early
be.
in mine last year.
Oh, yeah, maybe I did get him early.
What do you
But
think about Deshaun Watson?
um, I think he's just a big distraction. Maybe he gets benched this year. No, he
I
doesn't.
feel like
He doesn't
there's
get
gonna be
benched.
no.
But
Whoa.
he doesn't get
I think it was
benched.
just like he didn't even play a whole year. He didn't
Yep.
play like a whole year and a half.
He needs to get back in the flow. I don't know what his work
Yeah.
ethic's like.
Tell you, he's got a lot of. He's taking care of his body. Apparently,
He knows how to relieve some stress.
he was releasing and even if the other person didn't want it.
Allegedly.
Well, then so they got Mahomes, Hurts, Allen, Lamar Jackson, Fields, Burrow, top 6. Burrow's hurt, but he's probably gonna play. I mean, they still have 6 weeks to week 1.
That was crazy last week when it was just like 3 huge injuries just came out. I guess Thursday, Friday, they suit up.
Who else was it?
I think that it was
Garrett Wilson,
Allen, and then Jalen Ramsey.
Oh yeah.
Like not a lot of people are going to talk about, maybe, I'm sure, I don't know. Not a lot of people are going to talk about Jalen Ramsey versus how much people are going to talk about Burrow.
Yeah.
But like the impact Ramsey has on that defense is crazy. And it's just like people don't pay
So
much
he's
attention
like
to
done.
it.
Is he just done?
I don't know what
Isn't it
the
bad?
because the
He's
Dolphins
on the Dolphins, yeah.
Yeah. The Dolphins defense, I think they were okay last year. It was just Tua getting hurt late in the season and wasn't able to win a couple.
Tua,
crucial
man, just
games.
getting clocked.
Just freaking banging his head on the turf. Ooh. But he's like, I saw some stat where that Tua, his touchdown rate when throwing into the end zone was like 56%. And the next closest person was like 40 or 35.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at too. That Matthew Berry's 100 facts.
Yeah, I think we pulled that up last week.
No, we couldn't find it.
I pulled up his 100 players or something.
But it's
Yeah,
just like
I'm excited.
he just said he just has a bunch of shit. So like he kind of went in on Jared Goff. Like, let's see. Oh no, okay, this is Justin Fields. Last year, Justin Fields set an NFL record for single season games with at least 80 rushing yards, a rushing touchdown, and a passing touchdown. In 12 of his final 13 games last year, Justin Fields had at least 45 yards rushing. In his last 8 games, Fields completed 63.1% of his passes and was on target for 82.7% of them.
I've seen some
And
crazy clips of
his
Justin
final
Fields this
9
year.
games last year, Justin Fields had at least 20 plus fantasy points. This offseason, the Bears traded for DJ Moore, whose 1.7% drop rate last year was 5th lowest of all wide receivers who saw at least 100 targets. And then he goes into Jared Goff. Last year, no quarterback had a better touchdown to interception ratio than Jared Goff. Since week 13 of 2021, when Amon-Ra St. Brown burst onto the fantasy scene, Jared Goff is 5th in fantasy points per pass attempt. Last year, Jared was top 10 in the NFL in pass attempts. He was also top 10 in passing yards per game and top 5 in touchdown passes.
I like the Lions this year.
This upcoming season, from week 11 to 18, Jared Goff will play 6 of his final 8 games indoors. He'll also play a December 30th game at Dallas where they have a retractable roof. Last year in games that were indoors, Jared Goff averaged 20.6 points per game.
I guess really being in a dome is so clutch, especially in the wintertime. He can affect
And Goff, like, that's how he always played. Like, the Rams had indoors. Last year, only Hurts, Josh Allen, Mahomes, and Joe Burrow averaged more than 20.6 points per game. Okay, yeah, not counting his first game as a 49er last year. Last year, Christian McCaffrey played 6 games without Elijah Mitchell. In those 6 games, McCaffrey played 80% of the team's offensive snaps and averaged 28.5 points per game. last year, Christian McCaffrey played 4 games with Elijah Mitchell active. In those 4 games, McCaffrey played 60% of the team's offensive snaps and averaged 15.3 points per game. Elijah Mitchell is expected to start the season fully healthy.
So you're thinking
So
like a
that's-
late round Elijah Mitchell?
Oh, I would
flyer?
try to get that's
Versus
probably one of the
McCaffrey.
bigger handcuffs but the problem is like a lot of people will be high on Elijah Mitchell, and I, as a Niners fan, he runs like too violent. That's why he's kind of been hurt.
To what?
Like violently. He runs too hard. Like you can't do that anymore in the NFL. Especially he's like a smaller back. He's good,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong. Like he's strong, quick, and good. But he needs to like learn to like McCaffrey, he'll take big hits, but like he also like will like dodge right and then like dive forward for like a couple. You know what I'm saying? He never really got hit. McCaffrey will go out of bounds.
Yeah.
He's learned that. I mean, he missed 2 years in a row basically. Elijah Mitchell is still like young and thinks he's like fucking invincible. So is he a good handcuff to have? Yeah. Shanahan likes to use multiple backs. I don't think you want.
I mean, even their third back is probably.
But
gonna
then
be
they
pretty
mentioned
sick.
no stat of like how many times did McCaffrey and Elijah Mitchell line up on the field together. You know, like
Yeah.
McCaffrey played receiver a good amount. I just think Niners have a lot of mouths to feed. I mean, Ayuk, Debo, Kittle.
Debo. Yeah, they have they're a solid team, and if their
They're
defense
saying
can hold it
Debo
together,
looks good. Coming to camp this year. Last year, he got the contract. He came in fat.
and what's his name is third string, right?
Who?
The second round pick, the second pick of the 2021 draft.
Trey Lance.
Yeah, isn't he like third string? Like he couldn't beat out.
He's gonna be second or third.
They were saying that he couldn't beat out the second string guy, which is
Okay, then this is Bijan Robinson, who I was talking to you about. He got drafted like top 5 by the Falcons, and like he's high on everyone's board. That rookie running back.
mhm.
In 2 seasons, and Arthur Smith's the head coach of the Falcons. In 2 seasons with Arthur Smith as his OC, Derrick Henry had 718 touches. Henry had at least 1,500 rushing yards and 15 touchdowns each of those seasons. Last year, under head coach Arthur Smith, no team in the NFL had more running back rushing yards than the Atlanta Falcons. Since 2012, 6 running backs have been taken with the top 10 overall pick. Those 6 running backs averaged 295 touches in their rookie season. All 6. Last year, Falcons lead running back Tyler Algier, whatever the fuck you say, got 226 touches. In the last decade, of the 6 rookies drafted in the first round to have that many touches, 5 of them finished as a top 7 running back in points per game. In his last season at the University of Texas, Bijan Robinson had 277 touches for 1,894 yards and 20 touchdowns. So a lot of people are high on him, and that's what Matthew Berry is kind of saying. Like he's high on him here.
But they have such a sick backfield. They're gonna have to use other backs too. You can't just not use Cordell Patterson and Algier.
That's what kind of. But then you just read all that shit.
But yeah, the league's evolving to like not burn out your backs.
I mean,
there's no Derrick Henry.
The league has already evolved to that.
Like, comparing anyone to Derrick Henry's superhuman.
That's true.
So like, you can't like.
I just don't. Yeah, I don't know how everyone's just dismissing Algier and Cordell Patterson. I mean,
Patterson don't know why
older.
either.
I get that.
He's still like pretty good, and yeah, this is Algier's
he can play
second year.
Receivers too.
They're just gonna He's a Patterson might get a limited
Bijan Robinson's
role
supposed to be like a freak too,
and like screen plays, maybe third down back type of. I don't know. Yeah, he'll probably be a third down back, someone who can catch out of the backfield too. But they have who's their quarterback? Is it still gonna be what's his name?
It's gonna be Desmond Ridder.
Yeah, Ridder.
Yeah,
I kind of forget last year. I mean, Ridder liked targeting London. That's really all I remember. But at the same time, they run the ball so much that he just needs to, be able to read a line to adjust a fucking player. I don't know. Listen to his coaches. Do what they tell him to. But yeah, I like the Browns I like the Bears this year. Justin Fields, I've seen a lot of
hype early.
A lot of hype. You see like some videos from training camp, and it's just him throwing dimes. Dak, they keep posting pictures of him throwing, or not pictures, videos of him throwing picks. I hope Dallas has a decent
Tony
year.
Pollard. Ezekiel Elliott's out. I bet you Pollard goes off. Pollard's gonna go off.
Pollard probably
Even
one of the
Pollard
better.
Right here.
He blew out his quad at the end of last year, remember?
Yeah, but he should be good to go. For his career, Ezekiel Elliott averages 21.1 touches per game. Last year, Elliott had 248 total touches. As of writing this, Ezekiel Elliott is no longer a member of the Dallas Cowboys.
Where'd he go?
I don't know if he's signed. In 13 career games where he has gotten at least 15 touches, Dallas Cowboys running back Tony Pollard averages 19.6 points per game. Last year, Tony Pollard had 12 carries inside an opponent's 10-yard line, tied for 30th among running backs. Last year, Tony Pollard had 9 rushing touchdowns. So, in 12 carries inside the 10, he still had, with only 12 carries inside the 10-yard line, he still had 9 rushing touchdowns.
That's crazy.
Last year, Ezekiel Elliott.
Whoa! Hold on.
Yeah, he had touchdowns outside of.
That's the point. Yeah.
But then listen to this. Last year, Ezekiel Elliott had 26 carries inside an opponent's 10-yard line. So, like, he was taking red zone touches away. So, like, he had 9 touches.
Yeah. They would bring in Zeke.
Tied for third most among running backs.
So, yeah, Pollard could have a career year.
Then it says, please see number 49. And 49 was the Ezekiel Elliott's not a member of the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting group. They just got Brandon Cooks. They have CeeDee Lamb and Gallup. I think that tight end retired, Schultz. I think he's kind of old.
No, Schultz isn't.
They have a solid team though. Their defense is legit. It's more just like there's too much drama with the coaching staffs and politics and shit like that. I feel like it's just more prevalent in Dallas because Jerry Jones wants attention, and you know what I mean. It's Raiders. They just got a new head coach, right? Or was that last year? They're like kind of cleaning up house.
They got a new coach last year. It was whatchamacallit? He used to coach the Broncos and he went back to the Patriots.
Didn't Dick?
How come I can't think of his name right now?
I'm trying to think of a coach too. Fangio.
Vic Fangio. What about?
Yeah. I think he's a defensive coordinator somewhere.
Yeah, D coordinator. Used to be the Niners.
Yeah, he's the guy that he started.
Josh McDaniels is a
cover
coach.
9 or cover 6. Josh McDaniels, yeah. I think he's doing a good job, like based off of who they've been drafting and kind of the way they're building the team. Getting rid of Derek Carr, I'm very happy about that.
For Miami.
How do you think Jimmy G is gonna do?
I don't know. Is he good to play? Did he remember he didn't pass a physical?
Ooh, D coordinator for Miami is Fangio. Yeah, that Miami could show up if they don't get injured. I mean, you can say that about any team, really.
Look, report Raiders franchise quarterback Jimmy G and star pass rusher Max Crosby got into it at practice.
Ooh.
Crosby was forced to take a lap afterwards.
Wow.
Crosby's like a little punk though. And then the first comment, franchise quarterback is a stretch.
Wait, what?
The title of it said franchise quarterback Jimmy G got in a scuffle with Max Crosby, and the first comment was franchise quarterback's a stretch. Like it's Jimmy G we're talking about. I mean, he's cool, but I hope he does good for you guys. I don't have no ill will on Jimmy G.
I don't have any ill will against.
He became a different player.
I'm just like Uh-huh.
No, but some people don't like Jimmy G. They're like, get him out of here. I mean, he won a lot of games for the 49ers. And he just got roughed up after that those first few games when he got traded initially and became the starter. I think he finished the year out with there was 5 games. Like you could just see a difference. Like he was decisive, making
confident
confident
reads.
throws.
It's really, quarterback is a super tough position based off of all the knowledge I gained watching Netflix quarterback and all the preparation. I'm just playing.
Brock Purdy though.
Brock Purdy, I like it. He went out there and slung it last year, just right out of the bat. Next man up, boom, he shows up. That's good for him.
Should I wait on a quarterback this year? I used to do that. I used to always just wait till
it's weird how the meta has changed
7th,
with
8th
that.
round.
I've heard just because a bunch of running backs are going later.
But you could probably get Brock Purdy help. Well, probably not in my league. He's because local league.
I kind of want to get 2 wide receivers.
You could get Jared Goff hella late, probably.
I kind of want to get 2 receivers just super early. The only time that hurt me is one time I drafted Michael Thomas. One time I drafted Michael Thomas in the first round, and he just fucked me.
Last 2 years? Apparently,
it was
healthy.
3 years ago.
Or apparently, he's
healthy enough to run some slants.
Olave.
Have you seen that? Him getting into a fight at practice once because his teammate said all he does is run slants.
Oh man, he used to run his mouth on Twitter too.
Yeah, he's definitely disappeared. We cover all the teams. The Vikings. Did they sign Dalvin Cook and then what's his name got released? What is the Vikings running back situation?
Vikings, it's gonna be Madison. Alexander Hamilton. Madison.
Yeah, Madison. So what where did
whatchamacallit's going number 1 in draft?
Where did my boy Dalvin go?
I think he's unsigned or he went somewhere random.
Just because
Cook's done. He's done.
Oh, they wanted him to go to the Jets, but they remember the Jets were going to get him.
But they have Breece Hall, and Breece Hall is apparently healthy.
There's a couple running backs that just need somewhere to go because they don't know what their worth is. The market's very iffy. I saw a tweet and it was should college running backs right now just try to switch positions, just put on 15, 20 pounds and switch to defense so they can have an NFL career?
Yeah.
What are you reading? Read it out loud. You seem focused about something. You're not listening to what I'm saying.
Because there's a lot. There's just so much.
Summarize.
I'll go back kind of where I left off.
And where are you even getting this information? We gotta know how biased it is, because whatever the fuck you were reading on the Colts sounded biased as fuck. Don't worry about it. You're straight from Colts.com. Colts are winning the Super Bowl this year, guys. Based off of sources.
I never said that. And 2, you act like there's a shit ton of bias in fantasy sports already.
There are more numbers.
You're I'm taking numbers. All I've been reading to you is numbers.
I'm joking for one. Ghoulish overkill.
2, you're not joking. You're serious.
2, people in fantasy base their conclusions off of numbers. And I'm not saying you're not. You're just. I'm sure we both get reasonable. I'm sure we both get reasonable data. I was just giving you a hard time.
You don't need to apologize, you fucking loser. What the fuck is that about? And 2, the data you have is a 13-year-old going.
I wasn't
under this weekend, and you crying because you fucking 4-jack on 18 to shoot a 93. But anyways,
Damn. All right. I wasn't apologizing. I was just clarifying.
It
There's
could.
two different
Let's stop being a
things.
queer. Okay, over the last 2 seasons, there are only 4 running backs who have at least 300 receiving yards and at least 7 rushing touchdowns. Austin Eckler, Josh Jacobs, Joe Mixon, and James Conner. As of writing this, James Conner is the only one of them being drafted outside the first 3 rounds. Last year, only 4 running backs. I mean, who else is on Arizona? Is James Conner like even on Arizona anymore?
Like, we shouldn't even talk about Arizona. Just pass.
But like, who else are they going to give the ball to?
They're not. They're gonna just resign. They're gonna resign the
might.
season.
I think they'll like. Isn't Kyler Murray like? Is he back?
No. I think he's like still like. I keep reading reports about him still like rehab, like his rehab.
I wouldn't take Connor. I mean, maybe if like I could see him going. It's saying being drafted outside the first 3 rounds. So like,
yeah, I could pick up. I'd pick up Connor in the fourth round.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like after the 4th round, but then it's like fuck. That's a pretty early. Like after that, like what other backs are you getting?
The backup, like you can get probably any other Falcons running back. Then get Algier, get Cordell. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd go Algier
backups.
Over. It's they're not even backups. They're like 40%.
I don't know. I'm not touching Algier this year. I don't think. I just they're high. Everything coming out of that campus are high on that rookie. And Arthur Smith has shown a tendency to
just ride one guy. I just think he's probably changed his opinion on that. I don't know. We have to see. We have to see some games. We got what? This is the last month.
A lot of those coaches don't be just changing their shit like that, bro. They're all stubborn as fuck. Think they're alpha males, egotistical maniacs. Like
that's true. That's why the Dolphins might win. Now I have 2 bets. Each week we do this. I'm like, I want to bet on this team and this team.
So I'm going Lions because you like McDaniel.
Lions and Dolphins.
Mike McDaniels
and the defensive coach too.
Lions and Dolphins. That can you
those are pretty good.
Imagine a more worse rated Super Bowl.
Okay. I'm saying one of those teams is gonna win. I'm not saying that's gonna be the Super Bowl.
Actually, Miami. I think there's a lot of Miami fans because they're like the only team to ever go undefeated. Dan Marino never won a Super Bowl.
Imagine just us clipping this podcast in February.
That's the Super Bowl.
And we were just like,
that would be the sickest. No one. I mean, look at the odds of them right now. It's probably like Lions are probably 30-1.
Let's see
more stats.
Yeah, let's talk some stats. I'm gonna see what the futures are for some of these teams.
Last year, only 4 running backs had at least 4 games with 65 rushing yards and 4 receptions. McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley, Jacobs, and Ramondre Stevenson. Ramondre Stevenson's 70% target share last year was 3rd highest amongst running backs. Last year, Ramondre Stevenson had 15 plus touches in 14 of 17 games. Since 2017, no team averages more PPR points per game from the RB position than New England Patriots. With Damian Harris moving on to Buffalo, the Patriots' current running back room contains James Robinson on his 3rd team in less than a year, Pierre Strong, who has 10 career carries, and Ty Montgomery, who, since 2018, has more receiving yards than rushing yards. Stevenson went off for me. I should have won 2 leagues. In the other league, I had him, and I didn't even.
I think he screwed up. I think he screwed up in the playoffs, right?
Who, Stevenson?
Yeah, isn't that what you said? You should have won that league.
That was the one. Yeah, the first week, my team ate it.
Dolphins 16-1, and Lions 25-1. That's like the Dolphins have the 8th. Their top 8 team.
Here's your Lions stats.
Lions are top 10
fantasy production from the RB position last year than the Detroit Lions.
Oh yeah.
Jamal Williams is now a Saint. DeAndre Swift is now an Eagle. Running back Jahmyr Gibbs was selected by the Lions 12th overall. 11 of the last 12 running backs we drafted in the first rounds. In the first round, saw 200 plus touches their rookie year. While with the Lions the last years, Swift has gone at least 70 targets each season. Of 35 qualified quarterbacks, last year, Jared Goff ranked 34th in average depth of target. So he's just dumping it off.
He's just dumping it off to
In
Armand
each
Law.
of the past 2 seasons, Jahmyr Gibbs was one of just 3 backs in all of college football with at least 35 catches and 700 rushing yards. So maybe that's why they drafted him, because he's catching
back.
Goff does
Ooh.
just dump it off.
You're good. Good point. He'll probably be really good for PPR. Really good DraftKings guy.
And I think he's going. There's been hype on him though. I think Gibbs, like in the mock draft, he went pretty early.
Really?
Yeah, because he went in the 3rd round. Yeah, that's nuts. That's fucking nuts.
3rd round. That's like the 30th through 40th pick. It's not that high. When you say high, I'm thinking like top 20.
Yeah,
I mean, top 30 is pretty high.
You're retarded.
I haven't.
3rd
I'm
round
not
picks pretty fucking high when you have
right because it's like your 3rd
16,
person.
17 rounds, bro.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
you're right.
this your
I don't-
3rd player you selected.
I don't really.
We
I haven't
we
done
know
any
you don't
drafts.
understand a lot of things, but
Wait till we start talking about daily fantasy.
okay, you're gonna that's why you don't know
So,
anything.
okay,
right now.
okay,
You don't have
let
your
me talk
spreadsheet
about-
out.
So
You don't have the
last
spreadsheet out.
week when I was working days, I actually had some time after work on Wednesday to like really put in some work on the DFS lineups.
Mm-hmm.
So I spent some time in the spreadsheet, looking up some stats, doing some calculations. Boom, I made money last week, and but the types of lineups that were cashing were ones that like a person would get cut, and I would still win like 3 or 4x my money.
That's the worst.
Yeah,
You just needed one more guy.
yeah, but at the same time, like a lot of my lineups cashed because I had Finau and I had certain guys that were towards the top. I ended up getting top 3. Did you see Poston triple bogeyed 18 to tie for 2nd? Cost him
Did
like
he?
hundreds of thousands of dollars.
No way.
Yeah, like
That's
300. Could you imagine? Could you imagine triple bogeying 18 to tie for 2nd and lose a bunch of money? Fuck, that could happen to me,
yeah.
man. That could happen to me.
Yeah,
Can Zen handle the pressure?
Manifested that.
Can Zen handle the pressure? Probably. I'm more confident about my game. Just going to the range of hitting balls. Like you get a couple of good balls. You're not afraid you're gonna lose something. And you'll like never be able to hit the ball. Isn't that used to gnaw in the back of my head in like high school? Like, man, am I gonna change something in my swing and then never know what to do to
You're
like hit
done.
a good shot?
You have no chance in this tournament. You're done.
Clip that. Let's clip that, and I'm gonna replay it. The whole drive, the whole 45-minute drive. I'm gonna
Yeah,
be
do
listening
it.
to that, just getting. Look, what's that like that Family Guy clip? It's like some professional boxer knocking over an old lady. He's like, she's about to go down. It's like, no, she's getting mad, and it's like she gets up and like beats his ass.
Oh, that's horrible.
You know, one moment, one opportunity. You're gonna capture it. You're gonna let it slip.
And that's when the music cues right there.
Yeah,
Then you just lose yourself in the moment, you know?
that's like you have out of body experiences when you're playing scratch golf. You're just like you're kind of just.
You haven't ever played scratch golf. How
I
would you know?
did
That's
when I
not
shot that
scratch.
75. It
That's
is
not
if the
scratch.
rating my differential was
I'm saying,
0.2.
what was par? What was par?
so scratch. You have to shoot par, no matter
Yeah.
the rating. It doesn't
Yeah.
like if the rating's
Fuck the rating.
75 and you shoot 75.
What was par?
72
So like, you're telling me at this tournament it's a 74 rating, so you're gonna be like,
like 75.
say you shoot a 75, you're gonna be like, yeah, I was 1 over. You're gonna tell the judges that?
No, I'm gonna say I was
judges, like,
3. I'm gonna say
they're-
3. I'm gonna say 3 over. They're like
Okay.
judging you.
Okay, then let's stop. You didn't play scratch golf.
So is
trying
a
to
zero?
psych
Okay, hold on.
yourself
Is a zero
How
handicap
can
not
you play
scratch?
scratch golf?
So a zero handicap isn't scratch.
It is.
Okay, then a .2 differential off the rating.
I'm saying
That means I would have a .2 handicap, which is pretty close to scratch. I played
Yeah,
scratch. I
but
can say
in a
I can't
tournament-
say I played scratch golf.
no, you can't.
That's bullshit.
That's not. But you're reaching for it. Like until you actually, that's like not something you could just like pad your handicap to. Like
It's not
If
even
you-
padding. It's the rating.
if you shot even, then I'd be like, yeah, you played scratch. If you shot a 72,
Even okay. What if I shot like 10 73s at a course whose rating is 74.8 and my handicap is
I would say you're
negative
around
1.
scratch.
My handicap's -1, and I'm just around.
Your handicap
scratch.
wouldn't be. I don't think it would go.
It would. It would be if you only shot 73s on a course that
You're
was.
telling me you know how handicaps calculated. You know
Yes.
the exact.
Yes,
equation.
it has something to do with the rating.
On so it has some. So you don't know the exact equation.
Do you know the exact equation? Is it like complicated?
No. So then what? Like what are we doing here?
I'm saying like if you shoot around
Like,
the rating,
You're just saying
no,
like
what
some
we're doing
magical
here-
thing. Like,
what we're doing here is like
you're
you don't want to
trying
give me
say-
you don't want to give me any credit from the round of my life.
I'm not gonna give you credit for some like that's like giving you like a fucking you did third place work at the fucking science fair. But because like your project was a little harder, they gave you a set. They're like, here, you get third place because your presentation was a little off or something.
this
experiment.
that doesn't make sense.
And
It
they
would
like
be
gave
like,
someone else a
okay,
first place
okay.
one. They're like, here, you get like a second first place.
Okay, so two people run
Like-
a 40-yard dash. One person runs it in the mud, and the next person runs it on just fresh grass. And they both get the same time. Who do you think is actually the faster person?
I get what you're saying, but what if they both ran on the grass?
That's not what's happening.
So like if somebody were to shoot scratch on a 74 rated course, they're going to shoot lower than a 75.
You're right. I know what you're getting at.
I mean,
But-
that's just dismissed
No.
right there. That's literally
My
done.
argument, the whole thing that started this was I
You
said
said you played scratch golf, and I said you're out of your fucking mind. I said you're close, but then you just literally what I just said. I said
you're
if someone
close.
were to
Point
shoot
two off.
scratch
0.2 off.
on a 74 rating course,
Their
and then you
handicap
shot
would
a
be -2.
75, then they have the lower score. You didn't shoot scratch; they shot scratch.
If scratch, okay.
And
this
then,
is
like
my-
I
this-
said,
okay,
you're
this is
you're
my
just
thing.
like saying that out of like you're just like what the course rating is. Like I get it, yeah, it's gonna pad your handicap a little bit, but
You don't think it would do it by a full stroke? If
I don't
something's-
know. Like I said, what is it like?
I'm pretty sure it does. I'm pretty sure that's how it calculates it. Until I'm proven wrong, that's how it works. So I read something. All right, let's go into FAQs.
Times one divided by course slope ratings too. Jesus Christ.
Course slope ratings. What's the
Says-
slope? How do you read a slope? I don't understand.
It
It.
says it on there. It's gonna be like one whatever.
I know, but like, what does it even mean?
It just it's the same thing.
You wanna look at
It's
that?
the same thing. The other ones, well, I guess it is. It is
Can you even read that? You can't. Really. It's like backwards. That's me shooting a 38 on the back to shoot 75. 75 looks kind of funny. We went 37 on the front. But it's like mirrored.
Well, I mean, if it has a high rating, it's gonna have like a high course
Height.
slope
So the
handicap,
higher
too.
the rating, the higher slope. So let's see here. So the course I allegedly shot 75 at, the slope was 124. Okay. And then like if you play from the blues, it's 120. Okay. Let's see what the slope is for this event. The North Amateur. Oh yeah. I have to look it up. That freaking website. Google it. So did you figure out? So it's more complicated than what I said. And if you shoot a 74 on a 74 rated course, it's not shooting scratch.
Well, it's confusing because, like,
so when I play this place tomorrow,
because then you have to like find your course handicap. It's like every course has a different handicap. Like you have a different handicap on different courses
because of the rating, or it's rating and the slope.
It's rating and slope.
Bro, this slope is 26 points higher. It has a point. The rating is 0.1 higher.
It's probably like it's shorter, but it's fucking gonna be like left
Like-
and right dog legs, elevation, blind
Fuck.
shots.
Fuck.
I mean, who gives a shit about us?
The blind shots are
who
tough.
Who cares about us course rating, bro? Like,
Okay, I'm over it. I'm not really even too results oriented. You just gotta Cliffs. You just gotta put in the work, and it'll all work out.
okay, this guy. You gotta put.
You gotta be inspirational.
You're gonna be scratch. Think about it. You just shoot, fucking, a couple more.
All right. Well, I just said we're over it. Well, I'm over it. I'm over that.
No, but I know. I'm saying you could literally like all you have to do is go low again. It's gonna drop again.
Right. Like my handicap.
Yeah.
Oh, I could just go super low.
Okay.
Like,
I mean,
what
if
if I just
par? Then I won't say shit. I'll be like,
it'd be like, I'll caddy for you on Sunday.
Par. Like,
I'd be sick. And like, if you think about it, I'm just a few shots off.
I don't know. They're gonna pull. This is what's gonna happen. You're gonna be grooving right first day. You're gonna be like,
You just keep
par, one bogey, one bogey on the front, one birdie on the back, and then you're gonna come to this hole, and you're gonna fucking
shut the fuck up.
You're gonna come to like the 14th hole. You're even par. You're having a day. And your dad just ate a hot dog at the turn, and fucking. You're gonna rip a drive. It's gonna be like a low line drive into like some tree area. You're gonna drive your little cart over there. The cart path is gonna end. And you're gonna drive your cart over there. There's gonna be a dirt patch, and you're gonna fucking say it's a man-made. It's gonna drop, and your play partner's gonna call you out. And
Like,
then
what are you doing?
Be DQ'd.
You wanted to DQ me that round. Could see it in your eyes. Like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
Like, I just gave a fucking guy a free drop. You hit your ball. If your ball lands in a divot this week, you got a hit out of it.
I played the ball as a light 100%.
I hate
last
hitting
round.
a fucking divot. Like, that should be a rule. Like, you should be able to, like, move it.
Yeah, like not get punished for putting it in the fairway.
Yeah, 100%.
But then there's like arguments of what's the fairway. And then once you get closer to the green, you know, things around the bunker could get weird. I don't know. I'm sure there has to be some rhyme or reason for it, right?
Yeah. But you know what's crazy too? Like, a lot of people, like, that's why, like, I'll give it to you. Like, you were around scratch that day. Because the way you got to look at it too, most people that say they're scratch, especially like older dudes, they're not playing tips like us. They're like might be scratch from the whites. That doesn't mean you're scratch from the blacks. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're just it's a different game.
It is a
Even
different game.
when we played with that guy on Friday, he looked like Mark McGuire, and we teed off from the. He's like, "Oh, you guys are gonna play the tips." He's like, and like normally the guys are like they'll want to play with us even though they're ass, and he wasn't that good. He's like, "No, I'll just stay on my tees," and he played from the whites, like 2 tees up, or 1 tee, blue, black, blue, white, and on like the second or third hole, he's like, "All right," he's like, "Yeah, you guys can play from the tips that normally people who do that can't play." But we were just like, like I wasn't even hitting that good a driver, but my irons were fine. But yeah, like there's dudes like we play in that one tournament, and there's like this guy who's apparently scratched, but like he only ever plays whites. So like there's no like you're at least a few strokes worse
Right.
when it's a 300, 400 yard difference.
And like, yeah, see, and then in those cases, like the whites at this course,
Yeah, what's the
is
rating there? 71, 70?
69.8.
Yeah, see, so it's a 5 stroke difference.
Right. So like,
But then you could go play from the whites and shoot a fucking 8.
yeah, you want me to go to the whites and shoot under par and you'll call me scratch?
That's how Bryson said he learned.
I mean,
That's
that's
what
a
some
decent
people say
way
they
to
did.
gain some confidence, especially because a lot of it's getting up and down. But when you're playing from those tees, you would just be greenside. It would just be like chipping and putting. You wouldn't be hitting these 170-yard shots.
Second shot than birdie opportunity. Like he said, he played from like the reds. He played from the ladies, and like started going under par. And then he moved it back.
Yeah,
Just like there's been other people that have done that.
I guess it'll just get you over. Maybe it'll just get you over the mental hurdle
100%. Yeah.
of like I got to go under par, like or going because like to me going under par is like a foreign thing. I've done it on 9 before, but
magical. If it were to happen, it'd be magical.
it would be magical.
There would have to be magic happening.
I want to go that far. I wouldn't go that
There would
far.
need to be like you would have to like there would.
I'll definitely have to be on something, and
alien invasion that day.
I'm definitely gonna just put too much effort into it and just overthink some shit. But you live, you learn. And just try not to do that shit again. But maybe I'll just, since I'm saying this, none of that stuff's gonna happen. Just show up and just ball.
That's what you got to do.
Just gotta putt. You gotta putt out of your mind. I made some putts there at the end, and it was like mostly just looking at the hole and just not thinking about it. I was like, I just gotta slap this ball in.
Yeah, that's what
And
I
it
was
just
doing.
started falling. It's it actually what happened was I almost made like a 40-foot putt, and it just like it was a really good putt. I missed it on the pro side, and it just like it went maybe 1 inch, like on the other side of the hole, just like barely missed it. I thought it went in, and then the next 3 holes I had 3 putts. I was just draining them. Like I think I had like a 7-footer for birdie, and then I had a 12-footer for birdie, and then I got up and down and made like a 12-footer for par on the last hole. But like I think it was just seeing that first putt, it just gave me it was like I had to feel the green, and I think you just gotta like. That's what I'm saying. You gotta like see one fall. I had that. So like the 2 players in the final group last week both had my putter, but obviously the Circle T version. So I think I'm onto something.
Okay.
But no, you honestly just gotta see some go in, and hopefully you get hot and you just don't think about it too much and you're able to execute. Because it's just like once you get a little bit tense in golf, and you'll see that like that's what happens when you start hitting too much. You start getting a little tense. But if you're able just to remain smooth and fluid, and just not make a bad shot, you like kind of tense up and you like start trying to aim it or some shit.
All right, you ready to wrap this up or what?
All right, yeah. So who do you got this week? No, I'm just playing.
I have no fucking idea.
I'm probably not gonna.
LPGA Open.
I'm gonna make my Rainmaker lineup, but I just don't have the time.
I'm choosing the 13-year-old kid that's gonna go like 3 under in your tournament.
Wow, that's it. Okay. You're gonna pick that. I'm hoping. So what? A field of 84. What top would you think would be good? A good top 20. You know, first
would be
amateur event.
Good, or what do I think you're gonna get?
What do you think would? Okay, both. You fuck.
What would be good? I think top 20.
Top 10.
What I think you're gonna get? Probably like top 50, maybe.
You want to bet? You want to bet that I get better?
I don't know.
Top
like,
50?
what is this like?
I don't know either. That's the thing. Like, we both don't know. I don't know.
$10, you don't get top 50.
Okay, actually, I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna hold off on that. Let's look at the scores from last year. Let's look at the scores from last year before I just give you $10.
Yeah, hurry up, pull it up.
All right.
Does it have it on there?
I'm going to 2022. Hold on. I'm pretty sure it will. Yeah, they have the results.
What did I say? I said like 3 under would be winning.
Yeah, but what do you think would be top 50?
Or what does it say for you?
Oh, it was at a different course, but let's just look at it.
I don't fucking know. 10 over.
Let's just look at it. Fuck. The winner shot 8 under par.
Damn.
He went 72, 69, 67.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You don't even.
So okay. So the top 4 went under par.
And it started to disperse
top 10 is like 3 over. Fuck, you gotta go low. So top 50. Yeah, 34 over. Fuck you, bro. I'm okay. Actually, 34 over, 84, 84, 82.
That's very realistic. That's like.
So I think like, okay, top 50. All right, $10.
All right. $10.
I mean, you don't want like,
you
look
need
at top.
like, they're gonna have probably the scoreboards up with your name and shit.
You think so?
Yeah, 100% they will. It's a 3-day event. It's like a pretty big one.
Yeah.
No cut. So you might even you could go higher.
What do you mean higher?
Like, you could do like 82, 84, 84. Like,
somebody went 90, 98. The last guy in the last place went 98, 94, 98. Like, he doesn't have an 8 handicap. Some people went 78, 79, then withdrew. Some people played like once and withdrew. Somebody shot 73 and then just didn't play.
They probably just like couldn't make it. Just wanted to play a couple rounds competitively.
Fuck,
but
man.
All right, bro.
All right.
That's it for the yada. I mean,
GG's.
Riggedy wreck. GG's.
Have a good one. Have a good one, everyone.